Participating in a dating show with the aloof film emperor, I kept my distance at every turn, afraid of hindering him from building a CP with the popular young actress, but I never expected that modern netizens are full of rebellious spirit. After the show aired, the popular young actress and the film emperor were mocked for their artificial chemistry. Instead, the avoidance CP between the film emperor and me quickly went viral, taking the entire internet by storm. Audience: if they avoid eye contact and their gazes are still lingering, if they're not real, then I'm fake. I am the female star with the worst reputation among my peers, famously known for forming CPs to ride on the male lead's popularity. Despite having a stunningly beautiful face that could dominate the scene, I have to play the role of a delicate, innocent white lotus according to the company's image. I was once criticized by the entire internet for being overly affected and a scheming green tea. During filming, I was forced by the male lead's team to promote a real-life CP, only for him to later play the victim. I get the blame, he gets the hype. As my reputation kept getting worse, my agent directly arranged a live-streaming dating show for me, using my infamy as a backdrop to highlight the sincerity and charm of the popular actress Lu Weiwei. But just a few days before filming was set to begin, news suddenly broke that the film emperor, Song Chuan, would also be participating in this recording. During my student days, I was young and reckless, and relying on my status as a senior, I had a somewhat embarrassing, a minor conflict with this incredibly handsome new film emperor. It really wasn't appropriate for us to meet again. Fortunately, the director had already set the initial tone. Simply put, this dating show is all about creating a CP couple pairing for the film emperor Song Chuan and the popular young actress Lu Weiwei. Everything else is just a backdrop. In other words, I have almost no interaction with Song Chuan. The only thing I need to do is to be a good background prop, not steal the spotlight, and make way for him and Lu Weiwei. It's no different from going on a trip. This is hilarious. Is this the joy of making money while lying down? On the day of filming, Lu Weiwei had exquisite makeup and wore a white dress. As soon as she appeared, the barrage exploded. This must be why my brother Song lowered his standards to join this dating show. The white moonlight trope has become reality. Sister Weiwei is so beautiful, an elegant goddess in that white dress. I followed right after, barefaced, in a t-shirt and shorts, lazily waving at the camera. The comments suddenly shifted in tone. Why is she here too? What a nuisance, following behind Wei Bao, trying to steal the spotlight on purpose, I bet. But what is she wearing? It looks like something from an elderly tour group. Reject internal competition among women. Kick Chin Ching Ching out. Ha, I can't be bothered to waste my energy competing with them. That's a different price. Until Song Chuan appeared, I had been diligently playing the role of a background character, watching several beautiful women and handsome men compete for attention. After Song Chuan appeared, I simply removed myself from the camera frame, not even serving as a background character anymore. Avoiding suspicion, I'm a professional at that. Song Chuan is the biggest star among our group. Over the years, he has kept a low profile, focusing on acting with almost no scandals and rarely participating in variety shows. It is said that when the reality dating show director first extended an invitation to him, he turned it down. Later, for some reason, they suddenly changed their mind. The aloof film emperor lowered his status to join a dating show, immediately sparking heated discussions across the entire internet. Everyone speculated that he had come specifically for Lu Weiwei. After all, when Lu Weiwei first debuted, it was revealed that she and Song Chuan had been high school and university classmates. There were also rumors that Lu Weiwei was Song Chuan's unattainable white moonlight over the years, and he remained single just waiting for Weiwei to look back. In the industry, the ironclad rule is that status reigns supreme. As soon as the award-winning actor Song Chuan made his entrance, everyone rushed forward, eagerly introducing themselves. When the camera swept over me, I was completely zoned out, wondering if the sunflower seeds in front of me were props. The barrage of comments erupted into a heated discussion. She's putting on such an act of aloofness, ignoring my song good just to chase clout. No shame at all, and the uglier they are, the more they stir up trouble. Even so, I suddenly get why she's considered attractive. How is it that she looks so good even without makeup, both sweet and cool? Sis, are you crazy? You think Chin Ching Ching, that green tea bitch, is cool? Who knows what kind of bad intentions she's hiding? Lu Weiwei naturally sat down next to Song Chuan. The two were wearing clothes in the same color scheme, making them look especially like a couple. The barrage of comments once again floods with perfect match and heaven-made couple. I stand far off to the side, munching on sunflower seeds, quietly watching Song Chuan. It's been many years since we last met, and he's even more handsome than before, with an aura of restraint that's off the charts. However, he seems cold and distant overall, no longer as adorably soft and cute as he used to be. The barrage went wild. The Chuanwei couple is surrounded by pink bubbles whenever they appear together. KSWL, Lu Weiwei casually tousled her hair and covered her mouth to laugh, which was enough to send the barrage into a frenzy. Wei Bao has such great presence, she's the only truly pure jasmine, how dare that fake Chen Qingqing compare herself to her. Just then, Song Chuan suddenly looked in my direction. I was just about to put a sunflower seed kernel into my mouth, and before I could look away, our eyes met, and I immediately averted my gaze. Turning to the nearest handsome guy and giving him a flirtatious wink, Song Chuan's eyes instantly darkened. A sharp-eyed netizen quickly commented, "Why do I feel like Brother Song looks a bit aggrieved?" What did he see? The direction Song Gu is looking at seems to be Chen Qingqing. Sis, quick, spit it out. Touch wood, don't let Song Gu and that green tea bitch Chen's name appear together. This anti-fan makes a very good point. I don't want to have the slightest bit of connection with Song Chuan. I just want to slack off for 3 months, get the huge paycheck, and leave in the evening. Before everyone anonymously votes for their crush letters, there's a dating segment. The production team suddenly came up with the idea to have all of us blindfolded, walk around randomly in a small room, freely pair up, and whoever we catch will be our date for the night. They even gave this ridiculous segment a ridiculous name. Cupid's guess. I think it's the SAN value dropping. Some netizens were not happy. This isn't fair. That attention-seeking ghost Chen Qingqing must be deliberately taking advantage of our brother. That's right, other men shouldn't touch our Wei Bao. Wei Wei belongs to Chuan Chuan. After losing my sight, my other senses became unusually sensitive. In the cramped room, the breathing of several people intertwined, and a skin touched skin. The ambiguous atmosphere quickly intensified. I tensed up, trying to pick out Song Chuan's distinct shower gel scent amidst the chaotic mix of perfumes. Then I avoided him. The barrage went wild. The production team really knows how to stir things up. This is too exciting. Vivi is walking to the right, and Brother Song is on the right. Ah, they almost bumped into each other just now. Hey, have you noticed that Chen Qingqing's route is really strange? Oh my, she just kicked someone away. Sis, I noticed it too. Chen Qingqing has been avoiding people all along, especially Brother Song. It's like she has a sixth sense. It's really amazing. The key point is, why is Brother Song always moving toward Chen Qingqing? Everyone else is like headless flies. But these two seem to have some kind of divine vision. She runs, he chases. She can't escape even with wings. Help, the person in front. What good does it do you to make me laugh to death? 10 minutes later. The director blew the whistle, and the pairing results were out. Everyone else tried hard to get close to others, creating ambiguous interactions, and I, adhering to the principle of don't touch me, kicked away everyone that came near, successfully avoiding all men. Of course, I also avoided Song Chuan. However, the moment the blindfold was removed, everyone was holding hands in pairs, with only me and Song Chuan standing at opposite ends of the diagonal line, facing each other from afar. Lu Weiwei's face immediately changed, and she shook off the hand of the boy beside her. This is such a mess. It backfired, didn't it? Lu Weiwei forced a sweet smile. Director, we weren't familiar with the rules just now. How about we do it again? I quickly stepped forward. The barrage of comments was scrolling wildly. The green tea girl is definitely going to come refute our Wei Bao. Let's wait and see her clumsy performance. Hit the jackpot by picking Brother Song. She must be over the moon. I rushed up to the director. She's right. I agree. Let's do it again. We have to do it again. If I had known this would happen, I should have just paired up with any guy. The cute little rapper from this morning was nice, and the tough-looking uncle across the way was pretty good too. Anyway, they're all better than Song Chuan. Probably not expecting me to agree with her. Lu Weiwei froze in place. Song Chuan spoke calmly. It's getting late, and starting over would take too much time. The director didn't dare to argue with Song Chuan and had no choice but to give up. Lu Weiwei slowly walked up to Song Chuan, her eyes gentle and tender. Ah Chuan, it's okay, I'll wait for you to come back. The camera zoomed in, giving them a close-up shot. Lu Weiwei left, looking back every few steps, her eyes red as if it were a final farewell. The barrage of comments quickly scrolled by. I feel so bad for Wei Bao. It's all because of that green tea bitch Chen Qingqing. who has to snatch everything and deliberately goes against our Weiwei. Seriously, if your eyes are useless, go donate them, even as a bystander. I can't stand it. Chen Qingqing clearly didn't do anything. Girls, that green tea Chen is definitely pretending to be indifferent. Don't be fooled, she'll soon show her true colors and desperately cling to brother Song. Just wait and see. The dating list is finally settled. I glanced at Song Chuan with extreme reluctance, always maintaining a 1-meter distance from him. The barrage paused for a moment, and someone quietly commented, "Am I crazy? Why does Chen Qingqing seem to dislike Song Chuan so much? She's not even trying to take advantage of this. Is this still the same Chen green tea? Has she changed her nature? LOL. Song Chuan keeps looking back to confirm Chen Qingqing's presence. What? Is he afraid she'll run away? But it seems like Chen Qingqing really wants to run away. The date was set by the seaside, with dim lighting, candles, and rose petals on the table, which made my head spin. I spoke up first. What temperature do you like to set the air conditioner at, Song Chuan? 26 degrees. Me, I like to set it at 17 degrees. We're not compatible. A long silence. Song Chuan said softly, I can also set it at 17 degrees. What's going on with him? I pressed further. Do you lick the yogurt lid when you drink yogurt, Song Chuan? No, me, I'll lick. We're not a good match, Song Chuan. I waved my hand. I go to bed at 8 p.m. sharp every night and listen to second-hand Rose before sleeping. I'm heading back first. The barrage of comments is overwhelming. Hurry. Everyone come watch Chen Qingqing's group. It'll make you laugh your head off. Look how wronged our Songyingdi has become. Why does the atmosphere between these two feel so strange? Somehow, it's oddly captivating. CPs can be niche but not weird. This pairing is not to be shipped. The Sichuan-flavored couple is the true path. I had just returned to the communal room, ready to start a game to calm myself down, when Lu Weiwei came back. Upon seeing me, she looked surprised. Qingqing, how come you're back so soon? What about your date? I leaned lazily against the doorframe, a slice of bread in my mouth. It's off. A flicker of triumph flashed in Lu Weiwei's eyes. Fleeting but still caught by me. My reputation is poor, and I have a notorious reputation for latching onto celebrity couples, so the male guests all avoid me like the plague. Song Chuan is a big name in the industry, famously aloof and hard to approach. Lu Weiwei must have assumed I was driven back by Song Chuan. She covered her mouth, her big eyes wide and pitiful, her tone delicate and fragile. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Qingqing, please don't be angry. I apologize to you on behalf of H1. TSK, such clumsy acting. It's like she's got pink eye and asthma at the same time. Suddenly, I feel a bit sorry for her fans. Bullet comment. Does Chen Qingqing know how to speak? If not, she should keep her mouth shut. She's just taking advantage of our Weibao's kindness and soft-heartedness. She stole someone else's CP and still has the nerve to get angry. I wonder who started the trouble on purpose in the first place. And I don't see Chen Qingqing getting angry at all. Our Weibao was just showing concern for her. How is that causing trouble? Did I mention you? You're just jumping to conclusions. The barrage is buzzing with excitement. Song Chuan pushes the door open and walks in. The camera immediately frames Lu Weiwei and Song Chuan together, leaving me out of the shot. I can't help but give the cameraman a thumbs up. Lu Weiwei stepped forward, gazing affectionately at Song Chuan with the tone of a hostess. Ah Chuan, you shouldn't have left Qingqing alone. She'll be heartbroken. Song Chuan's gaze fell on me, dark and inscrutable, as if he had something to say but hesitated. At that moment, a crisp game start shattered the delicate atmosphere. I quickly switched my phone to silent mode and smiled at the two people in front of me. Sorry for the interruption, don't mind me, please continue. The barrage erupts in laughter. Sister Chen, you're awesome, redefining heartbreak. Chen Qingqing has been the highlight of my day. What should I do? I suddenly feel that whenever Lu Weiwei and brother Song appear together, the atmosphere becomes so awkward, and it seems a bit forced that they have so many scenes together. Dear friend, having many scenes together is because they like each other. Look at Chen Qingqing and brother Song, they're always miles apart, so of course they don't share the frame. That evening, there were a total of 5 male guests. Lu Weiwei received 4 anonymous love letters. Having already applied waterproof makeup in advance, she couldn't help but cry uncontrollably in front of the camera. She expressed her gratitude for their affection, saying she was deeply moved, yet in her heart, there was already a bright moon hanging high, leaving no room for anyone else. The screen was flooded with comments like, the Sichuan couple is so sweet, Weibao is so cultured, and don't cry, Weibao, you deserve all the beauty in the world. Everyone speculated about which of the 4 letters was written by Song Chuan. The camera pans over here, and I shuffle out in my slippers, only to find an anonymous love letter that the show's crew had hidden away. When asked for the reason, they explained that it was likely a mistaken vote and should not be counted. Actually, it's understandable. The production team definitely wants to stir things up for the sake of popularity, pitting me against Lu Weiwei to create a strong contrast and attract attention. Because I received 0 letters, ranking last, I have to face a punishment. Not only do I have to move to the worst room, but I also lose the right to actively choose a male guest I'm interested in. What's rare is that there are far fewer people in the comments section criticizing me, with more choosing to leave messages to comfort me. LOL, not sad at all. This isn't punishment, it's a reward. Usually, filming is exhausting. God knows how much I want to just collapse in the room and sleep right now. During the day, everyone else chose their crushes. Some were flirting, some were making desserts, some were having deep conversations, and some were caught in love triangles. I slept until 9 o'clock, sat in the corner farthest from Song Chuan playing games, enjoying the peace and quiet. Not long after, Song Chuan came over to pour water, his tall figure looming before me. I quietly got up and went to the other side. Soon, Song Chuan walked over to where I was sitting and took a peach. I thought he would just take it and leave, but he stood there staring at the peach as if admiring a painting, lingering for a long time without moving on. I couldn't help but start to rise again, but as I looked up, I accidentally met his gaze. His crowfeather-like eyelashes trembled slightly, his pitch-black pupils like bottomless pits, and his thin lips were pressed together lightly, making me feel a bit restless. After all these years, Song Chuan was still impossibly beautiful. I turned to leave, and a flicker of panic flashed in Song Chuan's eyes as he almost instinctively blocked my path. I looked at him quietly, my expression calm and unruffled, though my mind was filled with questions. What does he want? Song Chuan lowered his head, his voice cool yet tinged with an unmistakable gentleness. Would you like a peach? The barrage exploded. What the hell? Are you eating a peach? Why does the usually aloof and cold Song brother turn into this puppy-like demeanor whenever he encounters Chen Qingqing? I don't understand, but I'm utterly shocked. Ha 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 ha, Chen Qingqing's expression. Back off, back off. Back off. These two have the least screen time together and are the most careful to avoid suspicion, yet they're the ones that make my heart itch the most. It's truly something else. I flatly refused. No, thanks. After saying that, I suddenly realized this was a live broadcast. After all, Song Chuan is a film emperor, and I might have come off as a bit disrespectful, so I changed my tune. Give it to me. Song Chuan's lips curved slightly. I'll go wash it for you. I am speechless, bro. Do you remember I'm just a background character? The barrage went wild. Holy crap, is this the first time Brother Song has smiled since joining the show? And it's actually for Chen Qingqing. Before Sister Chen paid him any attention, Song Chuan was aloof. I don't smile because I was born not to love smiling. After Sister Chen paid him attention, Song Chuan, hee hee hee. I furrowed my brows. And when I took the washed peach Song Chuan handed over, I accidentally touched his hand. It was cool. But the moment we touched, it felt like a fire had ignited. We both quickly withdrew our hands almost simultaneously. Song Chuan slowly curled his slender fingers, the tips of which were tinged with pink. I coughed twice, picked up the peach, and turned to leave. In just under 2 minutes of footage, the barrage of comments flooded the screen. Ah, Brother Song's gaze is so intense throughout, I'm completely gone. I've already imagined 100,000-word tragic love story. The whole world thinks we have no connection, even despise each other, but only I know how much I long for you in the silent depths of the night, my desires, my obsessions, the rest can't be broadcast. Huff, why did it stop? For the esteemed members, keep writing with every detail of movement, expression, and sound included. Damn, they're just too addictive. Even a simple touch of hands makes me want to scream. Is anyone else shipping them? If not, I'm starting the ship. Hey, wake up. Wei Bao is still right there. What are you guys blindly shipping? You're ruining the relationship of the Chuanwei couple. What kind of fans are you? Making the comment section all toxic. Oh, let me see who's getting all high and mighty from shipping a CP. Have you even noticed? Even though Lu Weiwei and Song Chuan get the most screen time, has Brother Song ever really looked at her properly? Anyone with eyes can see that the official channel only recognizes the Chuanwei couple. Why do you have to go looking for trouble? Is Chen Qingqing even worthy? Are we still forcing people to swallow sugar these days? the official industrial sugar they're handing out is just cloying, not sweet at all, and I'm not buying it. I'm a rebellious ostrich. I love shipping the avoidance CP. Just to annoy you to death, avoiding CP, hilarious. This totally fits Sister Chen's vibe. After eating Song Chuan's peach, I lost 3 games in a row. It must be that my teammates are too weak. Definitely not because I'm distracted. Yeah, that's definitely it. In the following weeks, Lu Weiwei suddenly became very friendly with me. When I woke up in the morning, she greeted me. Our little sleepyhead Qingqing is finally awake. It's fine, even if you don't say it. Netizens can already tell I'm lazy. While I was playing games, Lu Weiwei was practicing yoga next door, smiling at the camera. We girls should cultivate refined interests. I've been reading both domestic and international classics lately. I'll share with you when I have time. Well, I see. The 999th Escape of the Young Mistress of a Wealthy Family. I wonder if they managed to escape in the end. Once, everyone gathered to discuss Song Chuan's film. When the movie was released, he gave out merchandise to many people in the industry. Lu Weiwei suddenly asked me, Qingqing, which character did you receive? Song Chuan and I are famously unfamiliar in the entertainment industry, with zero interaction between our teams. I responded indifferently. I didn't receive it, Lu Weiwei said pitifully. I'm sorry, Qingqing, I misspoke. I didn't mean to reopen your wounds. I nodded perfunctorily. Alright, I forgive you. Lu Weiwei was stunned. The screen was filled with bullet comments saying ha 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 ha, folks, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to laugh so hard I'll get an 8-pack. Song Chuan walked past Lu Weiwei to my side and lowered his voice. I sent you a lot back then, but you turned them all down. I thought you didn't like them. Which one do you like? I'll have them sent over right now. I looked away. No need, there's no place to put it, in a corner out of the camera's view. Lu Weiwei glared at me fiercely before turning and walking away. I don't know what's gotten into her, but she's been subtly targeting me and everything, treating me like a rival, which has forced my screen time to increase. I wonder if the production team will pay extra for that. Perhaps feeling that these days have been too calm, the production team has started stirring things up again, proposing a beach pajama party. Everyone gathered together, preparing their own ingredients for dinner. And also playing games designed in advance by the production team. The loser must randomly draw a card provided by the production team and accept the punishment as required on it. Card content unknown, scale unknown. The announcement of the pajama party quickly trended on social media, attracting many passers-by. Netizens grabbed their popcorn, eagerly waiting for the drama to unfold. That night, everyone coincidentally chose outfits that best showcased their figures. Men and women gathered together. With waves crashing, voices buzzing, and a sea of fair skin, overflowing with hormones, the production team set up a temporary outdoor kitchen in the open air. I hid inside wearing the nationally uniform blue cotton home pajamas, grilling meat. Bullet comments. It's so hard to spot Sister Chen in the frame. If anyone says Sister Chen loves to hog the spotlight or steal the scene again, I'll get mad at them. I'm gradually getting used to Sister Chen's outrageous fashion sense. That I have the looks, so I can wear whatever I want style. Then take a look. Who is Sister Chen? She's the woman who falls asleep listening to Secondhand Rose. The meat was just grilled, and the handsome rapper guy came over. Smells great. Can I have some? I politely replied, sure. I can't finish it all by myself. The handsome guy wasn't wearing a shirt, just a pair of floral shorts. With a bit of a roguish look in his eyes, in the recent votes for the most attractive male guests, he received the lowest number of votes, and his screen time has significantly decreased. I guess he's trying to team up with me, who's also at the bottom, to keep each other warm and stir up some buzz. Unfortunately, he's got the wrong person. I couldn't be happier to stay off the screen. After finishing the meat, the handsome guy leaned in closer, winked at me, and squeezed out a bubbly voice from his throat. As a reward, let me peel an apple for you. Qingqing, I am speechless. Young man, aren't you trying a bit too hard? I was just about to refuse when Song Chuan walked over. Bypassing the crowd, the handsome guy hurriedly tried to be helpful. Brother Song, are you looking for Sister Weiwei? She's not over here. Song Chuan completely ignored the handsome guy, carefully sat down beside me, and said calmly, want an apple? I'll peel it for you. The barrage instantly went wild. The film emperor is online and feeling aggrieved, while I'm laughing so hard. Brother Song seems like a big dog vying for attention. What should I do? I think I'm about to change from a girlfriend fan to a mom fan. The excitement is already building. The pressure is on Sister Chen. Song Chuan isn't performing well in front of the camera. Why is he causing trouble here? Could it be that he's still holding a grudge from our school days? That can't be, can it? A top-tier actor like him, with such a narrow-minded attitude, I frowned at the handsome guy. If he can't do it, you come. Song Chuan didn't say a word, just picked up an apple and started peeling it. The blade flashed coldly, and Song Chuan's cool gaze swept over the handsome guy's exposed upper body, his hands peeling the apple with extra force. The handsome guy was completely dumbfounded, swallowed hard, looked at me and then at Song Chuan, threw down the apple, made an excuse, and slipped away. Bullet comments burst into laughter. In just a few seconds, the kid's CPU is fried. Brother Song, it doesn't matter, I'll step in. To be honest, when I first started shipping the avoiding suspicion couple, my expression was exactly the same as this half-naked guy with the cowlick. Luze, am I not worthy of having a name? As soon as Luze left, I wanted to leave too. Hiss. Song Chuan's knife fell onto the table with a dull thud. I retracted the leg I had just stepped out with. Song Chuan opened his hand, pale and slender fingers oozing with beads of blood, like red roses blooming fiercely on a snowy field. I hesitated for a second but couldn't resist grabbing a band-aid. I was just helping out, not feeling the slightest bit sorry for him. Yeah, that's right. Song Chuan obediently extended his hand in front of me, his brows slightly furrowed, the corners of his eyes tinged with red, looking especially pitiable and endearing. Bullet comment. Next up, please enjoy the annual blockbuster starring Song Yingdi, What's Wrong with a Little Cunning, also known as Look at My Worthless Self. Song Ji's inner monologue. Ching ching, look at me, I'm hurt, comfort me. If you don't look at me soon, the wound will heal on its own. Song Ge, do you still remember you're the tough guy who didn't make a sound even after breaking 2 ribs while filming? I'm poisoned. I actually saw a hint of doting in Chen Qingqing's disdainful actions. After applying the band-aid, the game over there was about to start, and the rules were being announced. I stood up and walked over, with Song Chuan quietly following behind me. The absurd name of this ridiculous game was heart-pounding. Within the allotted time, participants had to randomly pair up with someone and perform the designated actions set by the production team. During this period, instruments will monitor heart rates in real time. Whoever's heart rate exceeds the set limit first will face a penalty. The first action, the boy touches the girl's hair, timed for 10 seconds. Everyone immediately started running, and Lu Weiwei also ran towards Song Chuan, while sweet background music began playing on the scene. At that moment, a cool sensation spread from my scalp, sending a shiver through me. My footing became unsteady, and I instinctively grabbed onto Song Chuan's shirt. I consider myself somewhat of a hand enthusiast, and I have absolutely no resistance to hands that are slender, fair, and have distinct knuckles. Song Chuan probably understands this better than anyone. Looking past Song Chuan's shoulder, from my angle, I could just make out Lu Weiwei's expression. Her delicate features were slightly contorted at that moment, and her almond-shaped eyes, which usually evoked pity, were filled with unmistakable malice. I can't help but start to wonder. Does Song Chuan really have feelings for Lu Weiwei? His taste shouldn't have dropped this much, right? All along, the director and the agent have repeatedly emphasized to me that the show is pushing the CP of Lu Weiwei and Song Chuan. That's why the production team always arranges them together, showering them with sweet moments. Lu Weiwei indeed always acted as if she were very close to Song Chuan. However, Song Chuan never seemed to actively respond to anything, always treating Lu Weiwei as just an ordinary friend, polite yet distant. Several times, he even came close to losing his temper with her, but at that time, the camera had already moved away and didn't capture it. The director blows the whistle. The second action, the girl pins the boy against the wall, timing 5 seconds. Song Chuan's fingers slowly slide down from my hair, his voice low and enticing. Senior, there's no time left. After saying that, he very consciously steps back on his own, his crimson lips curling slightly. I impulsively pushed him hard against the nearby tree. The trunk shook from the force, scattering many petals that fell onto Song Chuan's shoulders. I looked up at him, feeling as if I had returned to that sweltering summer. Song Chuan stood alone under the tree, dressed neatly in his school uniform, with red lips, white teeth, black hair, and dark eyes, beautiful like a fairy from a comic book. Instantly, it caught the attention of the senior sister who was being punished by standing in the playground. The barrage went wild. Brother Song's gaze is so full of destiny. I think he needs an inhibitor. No, 2, head-pushing squad, assemble. With this kind of atmosphere, how can you resist not kissing? Ah, I don't care. The avoiding suspicion CP is real. If they're not real, then I'm fake, although they rarely appear together on screen. Every time they do, it makes my old heart flutter. My inner teenage girl is screaming, what on earth is Song Chuan doing? Is he afraid there isn't enough time? Why isn't he looking for Wei Bao? Why is he completing tasks with Chen Qingqing instead? I have a reasonable suspicion that Lu Weiwei is the only one invested in this. The production team probably thinks hyping their CP will generate buzz, so they keep giving them screen time. But Brother Song clearly doesn't care about her at all. That's why those supposedly sweet moments feel so forced, just my opinion, and even if you argue, I'm still right. Wow, the person above just spoke my mind. I've been wanting to say this for a while but was afraid of getting backlash. If Song Chuan doesn't like Weiwei, why would he send her a love letter? How do you know that among those 4 letters, one must be from Brother Song? Then explain, if you didn't give it to Wei Bao. Where is Brother Song's letter? Did you eat it? The alarm sounded, someone's heart rate exceeded the specified value, and the game is over. I watched the red light flashing continuously on Song Chuan's chest and couldn't help but fall into deep thought. The situation seems to be going differently than I imagined. Bullet comment, quick, Brother Song is out of energy, shine the flashlight on him, he's moved by Sister Chen. Who understands? I'm wriggling on the bed like a worm. I've always said there must be something between them, but why did Brother Song fall for her first? This unworthy look needs to be straightened out for Mom. This segment is led by Sister Sue, the oldest among us. To guide the process, Song Chuan drew a card and handed it to Sister Sue. Sister Sue didn't ask immediately. Instead, she first livened up the atmosphere by having us discuss whether our ideal types have changed since joining the show. Lu Weiwei glanced at Song Chuan, shyly lowered her head, and spoke first. I like someone a bit aloof, preferably in the same profession, with single eyelids and a high nose bridge. Oh, Sister Sue, it's too obvious. Can I really say that? Sister Sue started as a host and has been in the industry for many years, long since becoming a seasoned expert. Those little thoughts and schemes they think are well hidden, she can see right through them at a glance. After hearing Lu Weiwei's explanation, Sister Sue joked. No one asked you to speak, you insisted on opening your mouth yourself. The atmosphere turned awkward for a moment, and Lu Zhe quickly interjected, what about you, Song? Is your ideal type someone like Sister Weiwei? Perhaps Lu Zhe's words were too blunt. Sister Sue stepped in to smooth things over. Rappers are just more real. Xiao Chuan, don't mind him. Song Chuan, no, my ideal type is not someone like Lu Weiwei. The barrage is scrolling wildly. The person in question has spoken up themselves. Who's really trying to ride on whose coattails? I don't need to say more. Honestly, I used to have a neutral opinion of Lu Weiwei, but in this show, she really loves to make subtle digs at people, which is a major turn-off. Has she always been like this? To the person above, it might be because this is a live broadcast with no script and no editing, so her true side accidentally came out. No wonder there's such a strong artificial sweetness whenever they appear together. Turns out the production team is just forcing it. Sister Sue wore an expression that said, just as I expected, and smugly shot a glance at the tough-looking uncle beside her. Now, let's take a look at the card and see what punishment our highly anticipated Song Yingdi will face. Sister Sue took out the card and showed it in front of the camera. The punishment is a truth question, and Xiao Chuan must answer honestly. The first question, when was your first kiss? Was it active or passive? No lying allowed. Song Chuan, 17 years old, passive. Everyone present looked stunned, never expecting Song Chuan to reply so straightforwardly. After the surprise, a burning curiosity ignited. I silently took a sip of ice-cold beer to calm my nerves and moved closer to the edge. Don't look at me, don't look at me, nobody look at me. The number of bullet comments reached an unprecedented peak. Did you notice? Brother Song's gaze never left Chen Qingqing the whole time. Could it be? Damn, the avoid suspicion couple is scoring big. Passive. You think about it, really think about it. This is exactly the kind of thing Sister Chen would do. A little known fact, Song Chuan, Chen Qingqing, and Lu Weiwei all graduated from the same high school and later attended the same university. Chen Qingqing is 1 year ahead of Song Chuan, so thrilling, I absolutely love it. If I were to check my phone now, I would find that the hashtag for avoidance CP is rapidly climbing in popularity. Unstoppable. Sister Sue, I never expected Xiao Chuan to have his first crush so early. Ha ha ha. Next question. How many times have you kissed in real life, and have there been any regrettable moments during those kisses? Wow. This is getting intense. Song Chuan fell silent for a long moment. Once, I regret pushing her away at that time. Sister Sue glanced at me, feigning ignorance with a mischievous look. What? I don't understand. Sha Chuan, could you elaborate? Ahem, I choked hard on the beer. Bullet comment. Sister Sue knows how to ship a couple. Su Jia must sit at the main table during Qingchuan's wedding. Ha ha ha. Chen Qingqing is panicking. She's almost moving out of the frame. If there's nothing going on, why is Sister Chen so nervous? Sister Sue was about to speak when Song Chuan interrupted. Sorry, just a moment. I was shrinking my head and slowly moving out of the camera frame when I suddenly heard footsteps nearby. Then, the ice-cold beer in my hand was taken away. Song Chuan, is your stomach hurting? I was holding my stomach with both hands, a layer of cold sweat on my forehead. If I say it doesn't hurt, would he believe me? Song Chuan steadily helped me up and looked at the others. I'll take her back. You all continue. Bullet comments. New fans, you'd better remember how domineering Brother Song looks right now, because once they're alone later, Brother Song will transform into a green tea puppy. After returning to the room, Song Chuan helped me onto the bed and skillfully boiled water and prepared medicine. I took out my phone and saw the push notification. When I opened it, there were over a dozen screenshots from my live stream with Song Chuan. Almost every photo shows me doing my own thing. While Song Chuan watches me silently from a distance, there are also several videos below the photo. In the first video, Song Chuan always quietly gazes in a direction away from the camera, a sudden smile spreading across the corner of his mouth. In the second video, the first thing Song Chuan does every morning after getting up is to refill the sunflower seeds in the living room. Then he places the tray in the spot where I usually sit. These fleeting moments that originally flashed by in the footage were carefully compiled by attentive netizens, pieced together bit by bit. The top comment with the most likes below is, "Love is something that, even if you cover your mouth, will flow from your eyes. It can't be hidden." Lying in bed, I was zooming in on Song Chuan's face in a photo when a voice suddenly came from behind. "Senior." I was so startled that I immediately turned off the screen. He probably didn't notice me secretly looking at his photo, right? Song Chuan half-kneeled by the bedside, handing me a glass of water and some medicine. I hurriedly took the medicine and lay in bed, my mind in turmoil, stirring up many memories from the past. Ever since I was punished to stand on the playground and met Song Chuan for the first time, I took advantage of my position to visit his class every day to see him, while also checking for rule violations. At that time, Song Chuan was already quite tall, with a cool and distant personality, not particularly close to anyone, but his pretty face was soft and tender, looking very pinchable. I've always wanted to pinch him, but I never found the chance. Finally, one time, Song Chuan was late and I stopped him at the school gate. I put on airs. "If you don't want to get points deducted, there is a way." Song Chuan obediently asked me, "What way?" "Me, let me pinch your cheek, senior." As I said that, I couldn't help but reach out, so soft and comfortable. Song Chuan's face flushed bright red, quickly glanced around, and whispered, "Senior, you're bullying me." Then he quickly ran away. My heart was completely melted. From that day on, my daily life gained another source of joy, teasing Song Chuan. He was always alone, quiet and with few friends, which gave me plenty of opportunities. I wait for him every day to go to and from school together, chattering away with him on the road. When Song Chuan was 17, I was 18, and I sent him an invitation for my birthday, but Song Chuan arrived very late, and I thought he wasn't coming. At that time, I was drunk and dragged Song Chuan into a small alley, asking him for a birthday gift. Song Chuan's tone was full of self-blame. "Senior, something came up at home, and I didn't have time to prepare anything for you." At that moment, the alcohol had taken over, and I couldn't listen to his explanation at all. I grabbed him by the collar and said, "Being late is one thing, but not even bringing a gift. Do you even consider me a friend?" Moonlight spilled over the eaves of the wall, illuminating Song Chuan's impossibly handsome face. The more I thought about it, the angrier I got, yet I was also deeply drawn to Song Chuan's face. In a moment of impulse, I stood on my tiptoes and leaned in, completely forgetting that Song Chuan had once told me he was firmly against dating in high school. I can't remember what happened afterwards. I only recall that Song Chuan was truly furious. No matter how much I bullied him on ordinary days, Song Chuan had never lost his temper with me before. That was the first time. He pushed me away, handed me over to a friend, and hurried off. The next day, after I sobered up, I was filled with regret, convinced that Song Chuan must have been utterly disgusted with me, so I deliberately kept my distance from him. Later, He entered the entertainment industry and became a highly sought-after film star, so I kept my distance from him even more. But Song Chuan's current actions. Click, the door opened. Song Chuan walked in wearing a bathrobe, the collar slightly open, revealing a glimpse of his collarbone with droplets of water still clinging to it. The barrage of comments flooded the screen. Brother Song is really going all out to win his wife back, even wearing his battle armor. A wet puppy is practically dancing on my XP. My bed can be empty, but my CP's bed must be shaking at level 8. Sister in front, you just threw your panties right in my face. Seeing Song Chuan dressed like this, I felt much more energized. I forced myself to stay calm, but my eyes couldn't help but glance toward the opening of his collar. What do you need? Song Chuan closed the door and replied obediently, I'm not at ease, so I wanted to check on you one more time before bed. Is your stomach still hurting? As he spoke, Song Chuan had already walked to my bedside and handed me a hot water bottle to place on my abdomen. The faint scent of shower gel drifted into my nostrils, stirring a restless itch in my heart. I held my breath. I'm fine now, you can go back. If you don't leave soon, I might be in trouble. No, to be more precise. If you don't leave soon, you might be the one in trouble. Song Chuan's voice was as low as a dream whisper. Chin ching ching. I turned my head in surprise to look at him. After knowing each other for so long, this was the first time he had called me by my full name. Song Chuan met my gaze without hesitation, his dark eyes swirling with emotion. Chin ching ching. Do you know that when you like someone too deeply, you tend to call them by their full name? I moved my lips, and it took a long time before I could speak. What are you talking about? Song Chuan cautiously approached me, his fluffy head brushing against my arm, with a hint of a coquettish gesture. Senior, you've already rejected me once, could you please not reject me a second time? I froze, sitting up from the bed. When did I ever reject you? Song Chuan's deep voice carried a hint of grievance. On your 18th birthday. I asked you why you did such a thing to me. Was it because you liked me? Is there such a part? I don't remember it at all. Song Chuan, you said you just thought I was fun to tease. What? That must have been drunken nonsense, I said out of anger. I've got a bit of a clue. So, that's why you pushed me away back then. Song Chuan nodded, but I regret it. Watching you drift further and further away from me, I felt powerless. I've thought countless times about going back to that alley. No matter what you said, I wouldn't push you away again. I reached out and gently pinched Song Chuan's cheek, murmuring to myself, thank goodness, it's not too late. Thank goodness, the misunderstanding was cleared up just in time. Fortunately, when we met again, we still liked each other. Bullet comment, although I didn't quite understand, did they just confess? They're together now. I'm shipping it for real. Brother Song's tail is practically wagging off, like a clingy golden retriever. Nonsense. It's clearly a scheming green tea border collie. Brother Song, can't I just be a normal person? After everything was cleared up, it was already 1 a.m. I was so tired I was yawning, but Song Chuan was still lingering by the bedside, reluctant to leave. I stroked his chin, teasing him on purpose. Still not leaving? Aren't you afraid you won't be able to leave later? A blush spread across Song Chuan's face. You go to sleep. I just want to look at you a little longer. I'll leave in a bit. On impulse, I said, the floor is too cold. Why don't you come up and lie on the bed for a while? Song Chuan almost blurted out. Okay, holding a pillow from who knows where, he quickly climbed onto the bed, lying obediently beside me, quietly watching me. The tenderness in his eyes spread through the night, wrapping around me like a net. I was just asking out of politeness, is he just waiting for me here? The barrage goes wild. The most path Sister Chen has walked in her life are the 1,000-layered schemes of Songingdi. Begging Brother Song to start a class, this man is too good at it. A textbook-level pursuit of a wife, sweetness overload. When everyone was shipping the Sichuan flavor couple online, I firmly stood by the avoidance couple, scavenging for crumbs of sweetness. Going against the grain has finally paid off. Why did the lights go out? Why did the camera stop? Do I lack that bit of traffic? The production team never expected things to turn out this way. The heavily promoted couple didn't catch on with netizens, while the most peripheral pair went viral across the internet. Song Chuan and I made our relationship public when the buzz was at its peak. The post from Song Chuan's studio featured 2 photos spliced together. One of them was from an awards ceremony, where I stood on stage in a red dress, with wavy hair and high heels, while Song Chuan, dressed in a well-tailored suit, rushed toward me holding a bouquet of red roses. That time, he was my award presenter. The other photo was from high school, under the dazzling sunlight. with my school uniform tied around my waist, I reached out my hand, waiting for Song Chuan to run over and hand me a book. Caption: The boy finally waited for his girl. As the dating show neared its end, the director confidently promised Song Chuan, "Next time, bring Ching Ching along, and I guarantee you'll get the most screen time." Song Chuan coldly refused. "No need." The director still wouldn't give up. "I have a couples travel reality show here, waiting for you to get married." Song Chuan's tone turned completely cold, exuding an overwhelming pressure. "Let's talk about how you forced a CP pairing for the sake of popularity, disregarding the guest's wishes." The director chuckled awkwardly and stepped back. I just remembered I have something to do. It seems like my house is on fire, so I'd better get going." I squinted my eyes, standing behind Song Chuan, witnessing the entire process. Sister Su gently nudged me. "Ching Ching, all of Xiao Chuan's tenderness in this lifetime is reserved for you alone. He's notoriously difficult to deal with in the industry, yet in front of you, he's as gentle as a kitten." I smiled and replied, "Your uncle isn't bad either." Sister Su blushed slightly and playfully tickled me, saying, "Well, little girl, your acting skills are quite good, and your eyesight is sharp too." 13. On the day the recording officially ended, everyone gathered together for a meal. Lu Weiwei excused herself due to illness. She lost a lot of fans and offended many people because of this variety show, so she probably wants to lay low for now. A staff member ran over and handed me a letter. "Ching Ching, this is the anonymous love letter that was originally sent to you, but the production team hid it. I just stole it from the room and brought it to you." I took the letter, and the staff member covered her face, looking at me and then at Song Chuan, "Wishing you an early arrival of a precious child." Then she shyly ran away. For a moment, I couldn't tell whether this staff member was a fan of the couple or an anti-fan, giving me a love letter from another man right in front of Song Chuan. I tossed the letter aside and forced a dry laugh. "Don't worry about it, I probably don't know him well. Let's eat first, Song Chuan." I wrote it. Sister Su was the first to snap out of her shock, egging me on. "The production team really has no shame, daring to hide something like this. Ching Ching, hurry up and open it." As soon as Sister Su spoke, everyone at the table started chiming in. I slowly opened the purple envelope, and bold, vigorous handwriting came into view. "Senior, the moonlight is so beautiful, the beer tastes awful, and I miss you so much. Can you turn around and look at me? If you can't, can you forgive my unreasonable behavior and allow me to keep thinking of you? Can you let me take care of you? If not, can you forgive my daydreaming and allow me to keep loving you?" I put down the letter, looked seriously at Song Chuan, and forced back my tears. "Well written. Here's a reward for you, Song Chuan." "What?" "Reward you for taking care of me for a lifetime." After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.